Jeremy and I have been old friends, and what we really wanted to do was to give our skills back to society and make positive social impact in a way that really scaled up and multiplied that impact. Conjunct is really an organisation where we engage, mobilise and empower pro bono talent to strengthen social good organisations. We started out really with a committee of 8 people and maybe 3 or 4 students that were starting on the first chapters in SMU and NUS. So now I think we've had professionals, we have students coming in. That's really been a tremendous growth that's down to the hard work and commitment of everyone in the Conjunct community over the past 5 years. The social good organisations, I think, appreciate that Conjunct is one of the leading organisations dedicated to strengthening their own capabilities within Singapore and across Asia as well.
I remember a time where Conjunct actually organised for us to meet Deutsche Bank, and that was a scathlon event, and Deutsche got together their best brains from Asia, and together they taught us, a non-profit organisation, how to pitch, and they also came up with some fundraising ideas. So that has been wonderful, and to today, right here in 2016, Deutsche Bank has been our continued partner.
Conjunct Consulting has provided a great amount of value add to each of the 3 programs. Not only have they taken into task to interview our patients, our stakeholders, they've also taken upon themselves to review some of the work that we do and to provide invaluable suggestions and ideas so that we could better serve our cancer community.
As a volunteer, for me, I get to use my skills and experience in a very meaningful way. I love being out and about and meeting our social partners or our non-profit partners and getting to know them. And I love the opportunity of the friendships that I'm making through Conjunct. And yeah, it's been a great experience.
What I really took away from Conjunct is that the people are the most important. So the community in Conjunct is like an amazing one, and I feel like it's only in this place where I feel like people are really aligned in that we want to create social impact, and we're all very driven to create success and excellence. And that is something that I feel when everyone is aligned together, we move forward together, and it's a nice feeling.
Conjunct is one entity that's very unique to itself. For me, it's one of my biggest learning opportunities I had as an undergraduate. It gave me a great sense of community, made me friends that probably will last me my whole lifetime. But most importantly, made me more confident in what I was doing, that this path that I'm taking on as an undergraduate is actually the right one. What I'm studying actually will help people in the future.
I think for me it's the double hit. It's helping not-for-profit organisations using a consulting approach, which when you're doing this in the commercial world, there's always that thought that occurs to you. At least it does when you start out, but the very organisations who could benefit most from this are the ones least likely to do it, either because they don't understand what it can do or they can't afford it. So actually helping those organisations be more effective, have a bigger footprint, be more efficient, better funded, etc. in Singapore, that's great. And the variety of organisations I've seen and their causes and their activities, I couldn't have imagined, I couldn't have dreamt it up. That's great. But the double hit also comes in actually working with and helping students.
Our mission is always to be able to connect pro bono talent with non-profit organizations to strengthen them. And I think for me, when I look into the vision or the future of Conjunct, that's what I see. So being able to grow that in terms of the types of opportunities. We want to be able to give different people different opportunities to give back, and really being able to kind of bring the different pieces of the society together to really solve issues that are facing our society and community. So a couple of different things that we've done that's very exciting personally. One is that we're growing in the corporate space. So we started to run leadership training for companies that want to build a core group of service leaders. The second thing as well is we just launched our new training arm, Conjunct Academy. So I think for us it's always a great vision of the organization to say, the next generation of social sector leaders? How do we prepare them to solve the world's most pressing issues? How can we equip them with the skills? How can we give them exposure? So by growing this training arm, we're hoping to do both, be able to expose them to the issues on the ground, but also give them the skills to be what we call high-impact, socially conscious leaders.
So when I think about the future of Conjunct, it's really about its people, both internally and our volunteers who will always be part of our community. It's always going to be the lifeblood and spirit and soul of the organization. And students who will always be the future as well, and all the different partners that we work with.